Are you a roofer that is running your own roofing business? Well, how do you have the time to balance your roofing business with your family and your community? Let's find out in today's episode. Hi, this is Daniel Quentin Lakstins, and you're listening to the Roofing Business Builder Podcast. The Roofing Business Builder Podcast is brought to you by the Roofing Business Builder Coaching Program. Now, if you haven't heard about the Roofing Business Builder Coaching Program, you really should look into it. Are you one of those roofers that maybe started your roofing business but you can't seem to hit the $1 million mark? Well, this program is designed for you. If you're crossing over from residential to commercial, this is the program for you. And if you're one of those commercial roofing companies that just got stuck at the $1 million to $2 million mark and you're wanting to figure out how to accelerate your business, then the Roofing Business Builder Coaching Program is for you. The program's designed to help you to understand how to not only cross over into commercial where you have the manufacturers wanting to license you, but it also teaches you how to have the proper mindset so that way you can grow your business. A lot of times we have mindsets that hold us back from being able to believe that we can increase the level of net worth in our business. Now, here's another thing that the program does is it teaches you how to automate your business, designing your SOPs, those are your standard operating procedures, to build out training programs within your company, and then also track them through KPIs. So if this sounds like something that you need, remember, go to roofingbusinessbuilder.com and sign up for the program. It is $10,000 if you want me as your personal business coach, where you have my phone number, you can be on a roof and you can ask me questions, you could be getting ready to go into a customer's office and I will guide you. But with each of these programs, you're getting upwards of 17 hours worth of training, online course training, and it will take you several weeks to go through. But yeah, that costs $10,000, which is really cheap. When you think about the cost of a walker welder, if you get a proper walker welder, that's $14,000, $500, somewhere around $14,500. So when you look at the cost of buying a pickup truck or hiring a salesman, a good salesman is going to cost you $100,000 a year to bring you at least $1 million of revenue. So the Roofing Business Builder program is priced just right for you. And now if you don't own your own roofing business, but you're a salesperson, you should be making between $100,000 to $250,000 a year. And so, yes, we did design a program just for you that's only $2,000. So you don't have access to me in that way, but you do have access by emails. You can ask questions through our company and we'll still respond to you and we'll take care of you and we'll help you to grow that mentality that you need to run a successful multi-million-dollar roofing business. So check out Roofing Business Builder and you can actually go online and sign up for the course today. Today we're talking about roofing business owners. How do you balance your roofing business with your responsibility to your family, to some of your friends, and to your community? How do you do that? That's what we're going to talk about in this episode. But before we get into the episode, I want to also do our intention for this episode. This episode's intention is I have all the time I need to accomplish the things most important to me. So you have to say this to yourself. Say this to yourself during this episode, after the episode. Try to practice this for a week. But tell yourself over and over that, no, I do have all the time needed to accomplish the things that are most important to me, which is your business, which is your family, which is your friends, your community. And we'll get into that community later on. But you have to hold that intention. Think about it. When we're running a roofing business, it feels like we're being pulled and torn into pieces of ourselves everywhere. Our kids want to talk to us. Our wife, our employees need our attention. They don't know what they're doing, or they made a mistake, and next thing you know, you can maybe feel overwhelmed by all of this. But here's the thing though, is we all have the same amount of time during the day. And so what we have to do is we have to keep telling the subconscious mind that I have all the time in the world necessary to accomplish the things that are most important to me. It'll all work itself out. So hold that intention. All right. Now, I don't have a special guest today because I'm on the road. And so a lot of you may be wondering, well, where's Daniel? I haven't heard a podcast in a while. And the reason why is because this year, my mother developed dementia several years ago. And my father retired from working at Coca-Cola. And he basically, after he retired, just became a caretaker for my mom. Well, this past year, my dad had a stroke in April. And so I've been flying back and forth from Austin, Texas to Indianapolis and helping out my brothers. My youngest brother is the one that's been really, he was here every day for 6 months. And after a while, it just wears on you. After my dad's stroke, he was asking if Ronald Reagan's still president. And over, is my brother still alive? And no, he's died 20 years ago. And so if you're sitting in a room with someone that asks the same questions over and over, it's almost like that Chinese, was it the water torture? so it was really hard. So I flew in, I spent weeks here, and then I'd fly back to Austin. I flew in. So it's been a very difficult year for me. And that's the thing, though, is we can't control certain circumstances in our lives. And when those things happen, you can't allow yourself to worry over and over, because then that's just going to totally tear you down, tear down your belief systems, and it'll affect your business, it'll affect your family, and it really affects even communities. You see, just look at the crisis that we've been dealing with in this country. When you look at different states, the community, because they all in those communities believe a specific way, then they're all suffering, they're worried, they're panicking, they're in fear, and things have not gotten better for those communities. But when you look at communities like Texas, where we're like, hey, this is all going to work itself out. The community in Texas has been amazing. When a hurricane came through down in, say, the Houston area, there were roofers that would jump in their pickup trucks and drive all the way across Texas, and they went and helped, because we're a big community. We believe in freedom, and we believe in taking care of our own, which is the whole country too. So we will have crisis. That's just a normal thing in life. You'll have ups and downs. If you're younger right now, you get older. And then if you have aging parents, well, that's a part of life. And once you get to that point, so what I went through is my parents are aging. My mom's in stage 7, so it's not likely that she's going to live that much longer. But my dad had a stroke. Now his dementia is terrible, so he doesn't remember very well. But we finally got them into a memory care facility. And so that was a big stress relief, but I'm back in Indiana again, and we're selling off all my parents' assets because they had a house that's worth a couple $100,000. So, but all that money is just going to go into an account and then go straight to the nursing home. So that's what happens. You can stress out about things, or you just have to go with the flow, because this is just a part of life. So that's the reason why you haven't seen me or heard me on the podcast in a while. And there's more things that I'm going through, but yes, even a successful business coach or business owner will go through certain things in life. And just remember, you're not alone. We're all in this together. But the main point of this podcast is to help you have the right, proper mindset, and to educate you with the tools necessary to grow your business past something that's beyond who you are. Remember that you have to surround yourself with people that are smarter than you, that are better than you, and then let them excel at what they do. No one's going to do it exactly the way you would do it, but the thing is, you can't do everything. The thing that most roofers tell me is they want more time. They want more time back so they can spend time with their family. And then let's also get into community. When you think about your community, what are you doing? Well, I'm too busy. I'm too busy with my roofing business to even spend time to go see my kid play baseball. I'm too busy to go out and buy my wife flowers on the way home. I'm too busy. No, you're not. We all have the same amount of time. It's about prioritizing what is most important to you. Remember the intention that I have all the time I need to accomplish the things that are most important to me. What is most important to you? Yes, all of those other things, the business it's your baby, but don't forget, the reason why you want your business to be healthy is so you can take care of your family, to take care of your wife, to take care of your children. But we also should consider how to help out our communities, whether you're involved in your church or whether you're involved in the local politics or donating to certain things that are going to help benefit your town. So if you haven't thought about those things, sit down and do some research or go to a town hall meeting or maybe get involved with the community, because we need each other within community too. And so when you bring a multitude of people together, then we all have different concepts, different experiences that we bring to the table, and then we see amazing things get accomplished. So are you involved in your community? What are some ways? Here's another way. I always talk about in the program, think about your passion. So if maybe, when I was growing up, roofing wasn't my passion. I was an actor, stand-up comedian. I had a business where I would do answering machines. This is in the late 80s. I was a fragrance model for Calvin Klein, Dolce & Gabbana. I went to radiology school. I did all kinds of things. But the question was, what is my passion? Roofing wasn't. But I inherited the family roofing business, so it's okay. But what happened to me is I fell in love with roofing. I fell in love with all these concepts and the people involved, and to talk to building owners that needed my services. And I loved helping people. And so find out what your passion is within the whole scope of things. It doesn't even have to be about roofing. I know one person, I may have mentioned this before, but he had a passion for orphans. And so he donates proceeds of his business to an orphanage. And so what are you most passionate about? If there's something outside of roofing, then see if you can combine that passion of yours with roofing, so that way every morning when you wake up, you're excited to jump out of bed and get the day going. So give those things some thought. But when it comes to balancing your business with your family, with your friends, with your community, there is enough time in the day. You just have to prioritize. Remember what's most important to you. Prioritize. Most of the time, people spend more time writing a grocery list than they do sitting down and prioritizing what's most important to them. And then once you actually get clarity on what you truly want, a lot of times we just don't know what we want. We think, I want that. There's so many dangling objects around us that our minds are attracted, our attention is attracted to those shiny objects. And those really, when it comes down to it, may not be what you're most passionate about. So you have to sit yourself down and write this information down. You already make your list when it comes to a job. When it comes to ordering the materials, you make a detailed list, and then before you install it, you visualize in your mind, in your imagination, you visualize how that job's going to be accomplished. And the roofers that are most successful, their imaginations, their visualizations tend to make reality bring that job into perfect fruition. Now, you'll get a hiccup once in a while. The roof will leak in. Something will happen. Someone forgot something. Don't allow that emotion to get to you. What you do is you say, hey, we're going to fix this. And so just know that there's always solutions to anything that comes at you. And what you do is you get your guys going, and then make sure that you have important people in the right positions, and then accomplish those other things that are very necessary when it comes to your family and when it comes to taking time for the community. Remember, we're not sacrificing our family for our business. We're not sacrificing our community. What we're doing is we're allocating time to what's most important. Doesn't mean you have to be there the whole time, but you're not giving up those things. You're just deciding how much time that you can spend with these, and then stick to your schedule. You do this already with your roofing business, but keep doing this. and you'll see your success continue to grow and grow. So this is going to be a little bit of a short episode, but I'm still here, and I'm going to keep trying to. Oh no, do not try, do or do not, right? So we want to. I will continue to work at bringing more value. And I also want to give thanks to all the roofers that re-signed up for the program this year. I'm so grateful for you guys. Special shout out to Joel and to Jaime and all you other great roofers. And it's so exciting when I see your businesses grow and grow. So there's so much information to share, but just I want to get you excited. And I want you to think about how you can delegate more time to family and community. Remember what the slogan is for Roofing Business Builder is less time on the roof, less time in the office, more time on the yacht. Because I want you to visualize the biggest dreams, your biggest goals, and start believing that you're going to reach them. So that's it for this part of the program. I want to remind you that IRE is coming up this next week. So if you'd like to see me or meet up with me, be sure to DM me, message me on any of the platforms. I will be at IRE from the 1st to the 3rd in New Orleans. So if you haven't decided to go and you're on the fence, go to New Orleans. You know what? Take a break. Tell your guys to take care of everything while you're gone. If the whole world blows up, that's okay, because you have to continue to invest in yourself. You have to continue to invest in your education. You have to continue to invest in your mindset, because once you have all these things, you'll continue to soar. So, and now it's time for Did You Know? Did you know that if you were to design SOPs for your roofing business, that you'll, on average, gain up to 21% more revenue? 21% more revenue. That's a lot of money. What's an SOP? An SOP is a standard operating procedure. These are what I was talking about earlier, about having training videos for your company. How much time do you spend when you hire someone and you're teaching them, whether it's a salesperson, whether it's an office girl or guy, whoever it is in your organization, you're training them over and over and over. That's a lot of money out of your pocket. And here's the worst part is when you have a manager that's running those trainings, well, is that manager going to retain and know exactly what your expectations are? Well, a lot of times no. So they'll hear certain things that they resonate with, but they're not going to remember everything. So once you start doing your training videos and you upload these things and you have these standard operating procedures, do you actually have your employee manuals made up, a paper one to give to your employees? See, now you're running a legitimate roofing business. It's time to step it up. Design SOPs. Now, if you need help with SOPs, email Roofing Business Builder. You can go office@roofingbusinessbuilder.com and tell us about your situation. Leah designs SOPs with our other company. She designs those for as little as $3,500. But calculate this. Revenue, 21%. 21%. In most cases, for all the companies, we have testimonial after testimonial in the hemp industry. We're building these out for tons of companies. And what they found is 21% more revenue. That's a lot of money for them. And what they found was after building these SOPs, they paid for themselves in only, less than 2 months, sometimes less than 1 month. And yet once the program is built, then you're not doing the training. The SOP program, the training program, automatically on a computer is training your employees, which means that you're increasing your revenue. After that 1 month to 2 months, you're increasing your revenue by 21% perpetually. And what's beautiful about this is that they'll also the employees are learning on their dime, meaning that while you may be doing your training at work, when they get off work, they're actually able to get on their phone or on their computer and they can do the training at home. So you're not actually paying them hourly for that training. They're doing a lot of that training on their own dime. So these are great benefits, but remember, SOP, standard operating procedures. Well, that's it for the show. So I will see you at IRE, and until next time, I don't always consult on commercial roofing, but when I do, I make millionaires. Stay wealthy, my friends.